Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kelly and this is Kelly's Crazy Disney Addiction, where we enjoy things all related to Disney. Today what we're going to be doing for you is a collab hosted by Lena at the Hall Family Adventures, and I am going to create this frame based on the movie The Goonies. And the reason we're doing the Goonies is that this is for our Pirate Day collab. So, join me as we get started now. We're going to use this cutout that I purchased off of Etsy. And I'm going to cut out two different images. I'm going to put that on this frame, which is a box frame that I got at Hobby Lobby for 49 cents out of their clearance section. So always check Hobby Lobby's clearance section because you can get so many great deals there. I actually bought 6 of these while I was there and to put away for additional crafts. Now I'm cutting out my design. I decided to go ahead and cut out a gold foil one and then also a black one because I couldn't decide here if I wanted to use the gold foil as a sticker on the frame or if I wanted to use the black as a stencil in order to create my pattern on the frame. So here I am, while that's cutting, and I'm going to go ahead and start painting the inside of this frame to cover up that design that came on the frame. Now the paint that I am using is paint that I got at Dollar Tree. I do not recommend this paint. It's very, I just want to say greasy, I guess. And as I was using it, as you can probably see, I was like wiping it off in places as I was using it. So you would brush one area and wipe it off in another area as you were brushing. And then it took quite a while to dry. Just for the first layer to dry, I did laundry, I folded laundry, I painted another project, I weeded both of these stencils, and it was still not dry and I had to use a hair dryer on the edges of it. But it did finally dry. I went ahead and put a second coat on it, which you will see here later what it looks like once it's gotten the second coat. Now what I'm doing is I'm just weeding out these little pieces on the sticker for the design. And I have to say I was quite surprised at how well this design cut on the machine. I was worried that because it had so many like little small cuts and edges on it that it was going to be difficult to remove, and really it wasn't very difficult at all. I was able to weed it out fairly simply. Now, one of the things I am still having issues with is I just can't seem to find the best tool for weeding. So if you guys have any suggestions, let me know down below. What are your favorite tools to use for weeding your designs? Because I've tried just about everything. I've tried tweezers, I've tried the little, as you can see behind there, the little sticky things that you twist up and then you push down onto the design, and it's supposed to lift out the sections. Doesn't work at all, I don't think. I've tried using the little spatula looking things. I'm just having a lot of problems. So here I am, I'm putting my design on my transfer paper and I'm trying to save the other portion of the design so I could possibly use it as a stencil or something later. And I'm going to put this aside and go ahead and weed the other design as well. And there I am trying to put that down again. So here we're going to go ahead and weed this in the opposite way now, because this one is the one that I'm considering doing the stencil with on this frame. And I have to say that weeding it this way is much more difficult than the original way. The first one came up, everything came up fairly easily. This one not quite as easy, I have to admit. I had quite a bit of trouble with some of those smaller areas where they just didn't separate from the vinyl like they did from the foil, the gold vinyl. So you're going to see me fight here with this a little bit. And what's really bad is I didn't even end up using this, so I could have just skipped this part, but I did save it, so I do still have it for my use later if I want to use it on something else later, which I'm actually thinking about maybe using it on a cup or something, like a mug or something like that to paint on it, but we'll see. The lower portions were a little bit easier, so we're going to go ahead and weed this all out, and I'll be right back. Once I have all the weeding done, I'm just cutting around this, get rid of the extra vinyl, and I'm going to go ahead and do the same thing as the other. I'm going to put some transfer paper on this just to make sure that I have it ready to go when the time comes. And now we're going to go ahead and do that second coat on the inside of the frame. Now I do have to say the second coat went on quite a bit easier than the first coat. It did stick much better. So if you don't mind letting the paint sit and dry for a while, then you can wait and do the second coat this way. Here I am trying to decide how I want to go about doing this, and I decided on going ahead and using the gold sticker. I just think that it works better with the whole Goonies theme with the gold. So I'm going to take off the sticker and put it in the center of my box frame, and then make sure that it is very well stuck down here. And then peel the sticker, the cover paper up. So now that we have our sticker on, I am going to put some of this rope around the edges, and I'm also going to put some sequins on the design. I wasn't sure at first if I wanted to do the sequins or not, if I just wanted to leave it gold, but at the end I decided that I think the sequins look kind of good just across the bandana around the skull's head. So I decided to go ahead and move forward with that. And we're going to go ahead and put the rope on. And all I'm using is some hot glue here, and I'm just aligning the rope with the box frame. It's very simple. This is actually just a really, really simple project that literally anybody could do, you know, as long as you have a cricket or a silhouette, and just a few sequins and rope. So putting these sequins on ended up being quite the task. Getting them to stay without burning my fingers with the hot glue, or getting the hot glue stuck to the tweezers I was using. But I do like how it turned out. I was afraid that it was just going to look a little cheesy, but actually I think it looks good, and it gives kind of a little bit of a pop of color on the gold foil. Tell me, would you have put the sequins on or left them off? Because I actually kind of like how it turned off, but I was really questioning myself about halfway through here. I wasn't quite sure, especially when I get to the end of the headband here and then remember that it's got tails on it. I was trying to decide what I was going to do because I wasn't sure I could get those tails to look right with the sequins there. Probably hear my dogs in the background drinking water. They just got fed a few minutes ago, so they are going to be roaming about in here, so you will probably hear them click-clacking on the floor and moving about the room. And this is how my project turned out. I did go ahead and tack that end piece of this cord a little bit better here, but I really like how the rope turned out around it, and I really love how it looks on my shelf with my lights around it right now, and I think it fits in pretty well with my Halloween decor that I'm getting ready to put up now. And yes, that is a Nightmare Before Christmas snow globe behind there, but that does still fit with my theme, right? He is still kind of Halloween as well as Christmas. And that is the end of my video. So please hit the like button and the subscribe button, and don't forget to ring that bell down below so that you will be notified every time I put out a new video. And let me know how you liked this project down below. I greatly appreciate it. Thank you, Lena, for inviting me to join this collab, and I hope to see you guys all back really soon. Bye-bye.